Welcome to my Real Holidays channel, where, armed with a video camera, a little research and my voiceover, I show you what it's really like to travel to various places around the world, either with a package tour or on your own steam. These are not glossy promos or amateur holiday snaps. They are simply well-paced travelogues from real holidays that anyone can afford, so you know what to expect if you go yourself. Some are short, but some are much longer when there's lots to see. Take your time and cast them to your TV if you can. They are well indexed, so you can skip forward to view specific places if you want to. So sit back and enjoy this one. Don't forget comments and thumbs either way, and subscribe to my channel for more travelogues. This real holiday is to India's Golden Triangle, a very popular tour and a good introduction to the delights of this fascinating country. The triangle consists of New Delhi at the top, Agra at bottom right, and Jaipur at bottom left, all about 230 miles apart. On this particular trip, we also went to Ranthambore National Park, which is covered here, and later Mumbai, which is covered in a separate video. So we started out from London Heathrow on a direct overnight 8-hour flight to Delhi, a distance of 4,100 miles, taking you over Central Europe, but probably not over Iran like in this graphic. First views over India are misty but green, as this is September towards the end of the monsoon season. We were travelling on an organised trip around India's Golden Triangle with great railway journeys, although many operators offer similar trips. Ours included all the hotels, transport, excursions and guides. This film is not a specially filmed promo, it is just to show you what a typical holiday is like in India. We checked into this hotel and set off next day for the first excursion. India's capital is about the size of London and has a population of over 34 million, which is growing. Sanjay, our Indian tour guide on the bus, gave us lots of interesting information, but it's hard to take it all in. The first thing you notice about Indian streets is how busy they are. Cars, lorries, tuk-tuks, rickshaws, motorbikes, push bikes, all carrying or towing something somewhere. There are lots of places to visit in Delhi, so you could spend a whole week here if you can cope with the crowded roads and the pollution. We only had the one day, but we packed a lot in. First stop is the Jama Majid mosque in Old Delhi. Like most of the sites in India, tourists seem to be welcomed, with freedom to look around as long as you take off your shoes and ladies cover up. They supply gowns if you need them. Before we go any further, let me apologise for my poor pronunciation of these place names. They are quite tricky to read out. One of the largest in India, this mosque was built in 1656 and has a long history. It is huge, and I can imagine thousands of people here for Friday prayers. It's well preserved, but there doesn't seem to be much to see inside. Other mosques I've seen are more colourful and ornate. On now to a rickshaw ride organised for us. By this time we have started to get to know the other 20 or so people on our tour, so this excursion turned out to be a bit of a race.
कहाँ गए हो? 140 है।
150, okay.
हाँ 3 साल।
The streets here seem purposely chaotic, almost intended as a tourist attraction.
This is Johnny.
Our route through streets too narrow for motor cars was fun to start with, but soon it became embarrassingly uncomfortable. Everyone just selfishly barges through in any tiny gap, and any parked up bike or abandoned dropped goods cause a massive traffic jam. I just wanted to get out and sort things out, move stuff off the road and organise some sort of one-way system. That's me being English though. Somehow the locals seemed to cope with this without getting at all annoyed. Our rickshaw peddler showed great patience and strength, pulling us around in the heat and negotiating the chaos. Our tour guide said he would be tipped from the communal fund that we all paid at the start. I did feel guilty not tipping him personally though. Imagine having to do that lots of times every day in that heat. So it's a relief to get back in the coach and leave all the rickshaws and tuk-tuks behind us. Our coach stayed with us for almost the whole holiday. That was useful for leaving things on board. It was also air-conditioned with a good PA for guided commentary. We did feel privileged getting back on it and leaving the street chaos behind. Next stop, Raj Ghat, Gandhi's place of cremation. Sanjay was very informative, so I'll let him take it from here.
These are two words, Maha and Atma. Maha means great and Atma means soul. So a person with a great soul was called Mahatma. Gandhi was his surname. His name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Karamchand was his father. And Gandhi was his surname because these were, he belongs to the family. They were traders and they used to sell perfume. And perfume in Hindi is called Gandh. The person who is dealing in this market, who was selling Gandh, is called Gandhi. So that's how he got his surname Gandhi. He was born in Porbandar in Gujarat. 2nd of October 1869 he was born there. He did his education there and after that he went to England to study law. He became barrister. He came back to India. He practiced law here, but he was not really very successful in India because he was believer in you can't be a good lawyer until you speak good lies. You have to be a liar. For some case, he went to South Africa in 1893 and he started practicing there. One day when he was traveling in the first class compartment in a train, he was thrown out of that train because of the color of his skin. And that incident brought him into politics. He started his politics. He went against that discrimination against the black there in South Africa. He was very successful. So in 1915 he came back to India and he joined Indian National Congress and he started that freedom movement there. But his policy was very different than all the other people. They were fighting for the freedom. He wanted to get freedom but without any violence. So without violence, freedom, and that's what he started. Eventually in 1947 we got freedom. India got independence. But this man, he could not enjoy that freedom for more than 6 months because after the independence there were so many riots all around in India and all Pakistan. After the partition, the people, the Hindus and the Sikhs, they came from Pakistan. They were struggling here. And during one of the incidents when he was going for the evening prayer on 30th of January 1948, he was assassinated by one of his own followers. Because that was the time when the people, they went against some of the policies what he adopted. So his own follower went against him and he was assassinated. 30th of January was the date. On the next day his body was brought here and he was cremated at this place. So what we will see is his memorial. They have an eternal light there, 24/7 they have that light, and you will see some decoration on that platform. It's a black granite platform, floral decoration they will have, and an eternal light.
On now to Humayun's tomb. one of the many mausoleums and memorials on the trip. This one was described in the brochure as an opulent 16th century tomb of Mughal Emperor Humajun, and it is really an impressive sight, set in beautiful gardens. This too has a long history which Sanjav explained to our party, but to be honest I was just happy seeing it and taking pictures. Indian architecture is influenced by Islamic, Mughal, Hindu and Persian culture, reflecting rulers and invaders over the last 2,000 years. From a distance this is a pretty building, but like the previous mosque, once inside there really isn't that much to see. I sort of expected to see some furniture, tapestried carpets and wall paintings, but there again this is a tomb, not an English stately home. Back on the bus for a whistle-stop tour of Delhi's India Gate, Qutb Minar and the President's Palace, all viewed from the bus to get us back in time for dinner at the hotel. Still, we'd had enough for one day and were just glad to catch up on that sleepless night on the plane. Delhi has loads more attractions and you could easily spend a week here, but this was a touring holiday, so we just had 1 or 2 days in each place. On to the next leg of our journey, which was by train, heading south to the National Park at Ranthambore. So here we are, about to catch a train to Ranthambore. The Indian rail network is vast, covering 115,000 kilometres, with 9,000 passenger trains transporting 18 million people daily, according to Wikipedia. Much of India's freight also goes by rail on these enormously long trains. It employs 1.4 million people, none of whom seem to be around to help us to find the right platform. The trains are old but functional and generally fast. Ours was called the Shatabdi Express, a seemingly endless train with many glassless window carriages that must get very hot in the summer. I must admit to be slightly disappointed that no one was sitting on the roof like in the films. Luckily, our reserved carriages had glass in the windows and were quite comfortable, with spacious seats, power points for phones and window glass clean enough to film through. Train travel is generally preferable to road travel anywhere, and especially so in India. Free of the city traffic jams and pollution, the train covers long distances at speed and gives a clear view of the countryside. The first thing to notice was how flat the land is, hardly an incline for the whole journey. You can see for miles. The downside to this, of course, is that the monsoon rain takes time to drain away. The fields were flooded in places. The rail tracks are raised well above the flood level though, so we had no hold-ups. They prefer underpasses to bridges here for some reason, but the lead-ups have to be covered to avoid runoff rainwater. You can see people working in the fields, mainly by hand, but with the odd tractor to help. Ranthambore is in the countryside, well away from the cities, and the state of the railway station reflects this. This majestic station looks like it's seen better days. Here's our team, now bonding well with each other. We were a little surprised to see our tour bus, which we departed from in Delhi, had arrived there before us. I suppose you could have stayed on the bus if you didn't like trains. Our hotel was beautiful, set amongst palm trees with pretty balconies. We were greeted with flower garlands, but mine got a bit tangled up. Trouble. I'll have two. Double it up. Twice as much. There you go.
See you down at 7. Here.
Ranthambore is a national park renowned for its tigers, and there are pictures all over the walls to prove it.
You can come up to listener.
Okay.
There was a pleasant jungle feel to the place, and the rooms were spacious and well furnished. Very tigers. Food was buffet style and plentiful throughout the holiday, though some hotels were better than others. Next day, we all boarded open-top canters for the drive to the park itself. This was a great way to travel, with plenty to see. Most of India out of the cities must look like this. Families on motorbikes, cows on the road, half-finished buildings, very dodgy looking electricity cables strewn everywhere, and lots of makeshift street side shops selling everything from mangoes to motorbike maintenance. After some admin delay at the entrance, our safari cantered past the fort and into the national park, with everyone excited about sighting Bengal tigers. I myself was not too hopeful. There are 500 square miles here for them to hide in. While we are looking, let me tell you about the cameras I am filming with in this travelogue. Much of it is with the GoPro 11 and a Pixel mobile phone, so don't expect prime DSLR promo footage like in the adverts. That's because on this trip, most shots are from a vehicle of some kind, and the ease of use and stabilisation on both of these means I'll capture nearly everything that happens. The shots you take will most likely be similar, so that adds realism. Here though, in the park, I swapped my GoPro for a proper Sony camcorder, because you need a zoom lens here to see the wildlife in any detail. I asked to use a drone, but was refused. In fact, they don't like anything professional looking in many of the sites we visited. Phones are nearly always accepted, and they take pretty clear video these days. Not portrait though, please. Hashtag keep it landscape. Yes, there's a deer. And some more deer. And is that a warthog? And a monkey in a tree. Apparently, this is home to leopards, hyenas, caracals, crocodiles, mongooses, cobras, pythons and jackals. The park is indeed beautiful at sunrise and sunset, and our holiday included a safari at each for the best chance of seeing something amazing. But sadly, no tigers on this occasion. Day 4 of our 10-day holiday already, and we are back on the Shatabdi Express, travelling north towards Agra. So here we are at the imposing red sandstone Agra Fort, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Mughal Emperor Humajun was crowned at this fort in 1530. It was later renovated by the Mughal Emperor Akbar from 1565, and the present-day structure was completed in 1573. It served as the main residence of the rulers of the Mughal dynasty until 1638, when the capital was shifted from Agra to Delhi, according to Wikipedia. What is really interesting is the story of Akbar's grandson, Shah Jahan. He built the famous Taj Mahal in memory of his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. When Shah Jahan suddenly fell ill, a bloody war of succession broke out between his sons, won by Aurangzeb, who went on to place his father under house arrest in Mazaman Burj, an octagonal tower within Agra Fort, where Shah Jahan spent the final 8 years of his life. It has a marble balcony from which Jahan could see the Taj Mahal, a mile and a half away across the river, which is where we are going next. The security at the entrance is understandably tight. Entrance fees to most of India's tourist sites seem ridiculously cheap compared to the UK. This beautiful building is just the entrance gate. Sanjeev continues the story.
11 cupolas this side and 11 on to the other side represent the year of construction of the Taj Mahal. It took 22 years to construct the Taj Mahal and its complex. 20,000 people, they worked day and night to complete that. The work started in 1631 and it was completed in 1653. It took 17 years to construct the main building and rest 5 years for the other 2 buildings like the mosque and the guest house. All these fountains, gardens, etc. This is what they developed.
You will no doubt want that iconic Lady Diana pose photograph with the Taj Mahal in the background. There are some official photographers here to help with this if you need them. This is the world's most photographed building, but be aware that they don't allow anything looking like a DSLR or a video camera. I had to leave my camcorder in a locker, so most of these pictures are GoPro and Pixel phone. The ivory white marble building is so impressive, and in the evening light so photo friendly that any pictures you take look amazing. Add to that the ornate gardens in which it is set, and the admiring people wandering around it in colourful saris. Like most of the sites we visited in India, the access is very liberal. You can walk right around the building, then up the steps onto the main platform to take in the views, and even into the mausoleum itself, though no photography inside. The building itself is famously completely symmetrical and looks the same from all 4 sides. There is an exception to the symmetry, which your guide will no doubt quiz you about. And the mausoleum is flanked on both sides by equally symmetrical mosques. There are 4 minarets at the corners, which overlook the Yamuna River. All very impressive. All this to honour one woman. It's hard to imagine a society where so much effort, so much expense, so many people and so much artistry comes together to create such an enduring wonder. 400 years ago. Mumtaz Mahal died in 1633, giving birth to their 14th child. Emperor Shah Jahan now lies next to her in a slightly larger sarcophagus in a burial chamber below the false ones you see on display in the upper tomb. For me, this was the highlight of our holiday and a big tick on my bucket list. There is something special about this sacred place. It is quite simply unforgettable. Our journey continues now from Agra to Jaipur in Rajasthan. On the way, we visited the deserted Mughal capital of Fatehpur, Sikri. This is me with our English tour guide Angie, who was lovely. Where are we going now then, tour guide?
You're doing very good, thank you. I have a lovely group, fabulous country. You should come anytime.
Do the advertising bit.
Okay.
Now, where are we now? Can you remember?
Fatehpur Sikri. Fatehpur Sikri. Fatehpur, I think we call it. Fatehpur Sikri.
Which is what?
Which
Fort?
is a fort, temple fort.
Hello.
The guy who built this and owned this had over 3,000 concubines.
Oh, did he?
Yes,
Busy guy.
busy guy. And you'll get to see the bed.
That's the big bed.
Yeah, this is the big bed when the time of the praying, and there is a drums. You know drums?
Yeah.
Like drums. The one guard is standing here. When the time of the praying, they will put it inside. Then after going to the mosque for pray. This is the big bedrooms. This is called summer palace, and up is a winter palace. Summer and winter.
It's a load of old rocks, isn't it?
You're right there. You are right.
But it has got a history.
Yeah, it definitely has got history.
It's hard to believe that, you know, all those days of Rajas and kings and all that everybody believed you've got to like follow this guy and do everything, and then you think, well, it's just in our day and age, it's crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And yet they had such huge power over so many people.
Yeah.
You thousands of people come do this for me, and everybody's going, okay. By now, our group have really begun to gel. There's lots of jokes about dodgy tummies, buying tourist hat, and me holding everybody up taking pictures of everything. All good natured though. You know what? You know, holiday friends, you've got to be careful.
Why?
Well, they seem nice when you're on holiday, you get back to your house and
Listen, I can come round.
they just take advantage.
1 rupee you're going to get off me.
They just take advantage, they always do. We actually found this to be a great way to holiday, sharing the experience with a group of diverse personalities from all over the country. Or the world. Some of the group joined us from Australia. You did a really good job of not saying anything. The WhatsApp group is still going strong. This is another traditional lunch included in the trip at the opulent Laxmi Palace Vilas, the 1850s home of a local prince and now used as an ornate wedding venue, no doubt. This is a place, isn't it? Whoa.
Good, lovely. Are you on the video recording there?
Namaste.
Cheers, everyone.
Nice to meet you, Jay.
From the bus, Rajasthan seems to be a more pleasant and cosmopolitan city than Delhi. There are numerous medical and educational centres alongside wide streets with well-controlled traffic. This whole trip was well organised and we were welcomed into each hotel without too much fuss or waiting around. The security is tight though. They checked under the bus for explosives everywhere, and our luggage was all scanned before being taken up to our rooms. This was one of the best hotels, with a rooftop pool and an open air area for fabulous views of sunset over the city. There was an outdoor bar and a disco area too. Not very busy though, apart from our lot. Next day, an early start for another bout of sightseeing. This is the Agra Fort, on the edge of the Mayotha Lake, a majestic yellow sandstone structure believed to have been built for the Rajput Maharajas around 1600 on the site of a 10th century fortress. Sounds a bit dull, but it turned out to be an unexpected treat. This holiday just gets better and better. There's Stacey with his egg, a bit of a group joke. What's the point of it?
It's just I think it's just become a joke now. He can't go without his egg.
We transferred to jeeps to take us up through the narrow streets, which was great fun. transport, the views, the goat, it was all a bit of an adventure. The Agra Fort itself, with its huge square with trees and elephants. Again, I'll let Sanjay tell the story.
We'll have 10 minutes free time for the photographs. You can take pictures. Elephants will come through this gate. This was actually the parade ground, and Maharaja's guards, they used to parade in this ground. Eastern gate was used by the male members in the court, whereas the western gate was used by the females. All these rooms you can see, these were the stables for horses and elephants. They used to park them. And all the servants and the mahouls used to stay in the rooms up there. Onto this side, if you'll see these steps, that leads us to the palace directly, whereas next to that we have a ramp. That leads us to the temple. That temple is dedicated to goddess Kali, goddess of power. And from there one can divert to the palace also.
Bhangra!
400 rupees to watch me dance.
Everybody's happy. A lovely day. Okay, time for a 360.
Whereas the open area, this was for the public, but only men were allowed to come here in this. Females were all behind those screens. Above the gate you can see those 3 screens, that was for the ladies. They could see everything or what is going on. They could participate in the activities, but without being seen. Men, they could not see any of those females. Like, if you'll see those people, you can only see their image. You can't see their faces. Look at these brackets. They have all these holes in that brackets, and then iron rings they have. With support of that, they used to hang silk carpets up here. But generally, people they say wool is warm, isn't it? Wool, we consider it is warmer. Silk is densely knotted. Silk carpets are densely knotted. It prevents the wind to passes through it, and it is warm too. Inside, they were using aroma oil lamps. These mirrors used to absorb the heat from those lamps and used to keep the whole area warm. That was the technique they were using in winter. Now,
what do you like? They do elephant rides here, but not with our tour operator anymore. We loved this place with its well-kept formal-looking gardens, mirror palace and splendid views. Like the Taj in Agra, this was the highlight of Jaipur.
Oh, look at him. Oh, little elephants.
After a short stop-off for a photo of Jama Mahal, meaning water palace, in the middle of Mansagar Lake, we were off to one of only two, thankfully, salesy excursions of the holiday. The previous visit was the Carpet Emporium in Delhi, where one of the Aussies spent a fortune on a rug. This one is a jeweller's, where we watched precious stones being polished, which is actually quite interesting.
Again, put it on the heat, take it out, then they make the jewel, which is also being done by. And this is a very old method of cutting and polishing the stones in the city.
They glue the little stones onto these sticks. Quite skilled, but I'm not sure I could do that all day long.
In fact, they started in palace to work with the palace jewelry. Now it became door to door, home to home, and cheapest of golds are getting popular.
Inside they plied us with Rome and made a few sales. My wife loved it. Here's another 360.
Or even just a little banjo.
Next to Jantar Mantar, a fascinating early 18th century astronomical observatory and home to the world's largest sundial. Sanjay raved about this place and explained how the time could be worked out almost to the second by the sun.
And each block represents 1 hour. 1 hour is divided into 4 parts, that is 15 minutes each. 15 minutes are divided into 3 parts, that is 5 minutes. 5 minutes into 5 parts, that's 1 minute. And 1 minute is also subdivided into 3 parts, that is 20 seconds. We can calculate the time precise up to 20 seconds onto this instrument. That is 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is 1 hour divided into 4 parts, that is 15 minutes each. 15 minutes into 3 parts, that is 5 minutes. 5 minutes into 5 parts, that's 1 minute. And that is 15, 30, 45, 50, 55.
Those posters are just to welcome various dignitaries and celebs. There are no elections due here. Jaipur is known as the Pink City due to its unique reddish-brown architecture. The name originated in 1876 when Maharaja Sawai Ram Singh II painted the entire city pink to welcome Prince Albert, son of Queen Victoria. It is supposed to symbolise hospitality and warmth, and the pink facades, domes and lattice windows certainly make it distinctive and visually appealing. My final stop in Jaipur at the end of a long day was the City Palace, another beautiful building and royal residence, although I'm not sure if the Maharaja was at home. Built in 1727, the facades and balconies are particularly ornate and well preserved, and there are various museums inside. There are 2 huge sterling silver vessels on display here, made from 14,000 melted silver coins. They were commissioned by Maharaja Singh II to carry water from the Ganges to drink on his trip to England in 1902 for Edward VII's coronation.
Enjoying watching Stacey eat. Oh, it's lovely. Thank you all for coming to my Indian cuisine meal.
I am telling you to share.
Well, we've come to the end of another great holiday. India is an amazing place, and we have only covered a fraction of it here. But the Golden Triangle is a great place to start, and touring with an organised operator is usually best. You can do it on your own and save a few quid, but it's risky without a guide, especially if you don't know the languages. There are some great deals online if you shop around, and it need not cost much more than a week on the beach in Spain. Plus the camaraderie with the rest of the group was fun. Hats off to great railway journeys on this occasion. The information, excursions, transport, hotels and guides were all great. Especially thanks to Anjay and Sanjay for their patience while I filmed. So I hope this video has been useful to you. Look out for the next one in the series, where we cover Mumbai. And don't forget those likes and thumbs.